delegates representing District 3. Here is an example of trial flow.
All rise. The 108th District Court is now in session. Honorable Judge Kennedy presiding.
Thank you. You may be seated. Court is now in session. We call case number 12345. The State of Texas versus Miley Cyrus is now in session. Is the prosecution ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the defense ready?
We are, Your Honor.
Okay. We will now hear opening statements from the prosecution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, my name is Kevin Metz, and this is my co-counsel, Krista Quinones. We represent the state of Texas today, and today you will hear how Miley Cyrus, the defendant in this case, broke into the store of young Emma Watson. We will prove that she was trespassing, and Your Honor, this is why we ask for a verdict of guilty. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel. Would the defense like to give their opening now, or would they like to defer until the prosecution rests their case?
We would like to give our opening statement now, Your Honor.
You may.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the court, my name is Jessie Kelly, and this is my co-counsel, Kevin Hawley. Today, we are representing the defendant, Miley Cyrus, in the case of the State of Texas versus Miley Cyrus. She is being accused of breaking into Emma Watson's store, even though she was clearly at a party that night. She never broke into Emma Watson's store. Your Honor, we ask for a verdict of not guilty.
Thank you, counsel. Will the prosecution please call their first witness?
Yes, Your Honor. Prosecution would like to call Emma Watson to the stand.
Emma Watson, please take the stand. Miss Watson, before you sit, can you please stand and raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may be seated.
Ms. Watson, please introduce yourself.
My name is Emma Watson, and I am an actress in Hollywood.
Could you tell us a little bit about your profession as a store owner?
Well, I've owned the store since 2000, and I am currently the manager.
On January 1st, what did you see when you arrived at your store?
I saw a lady breaking into my store with a tattoo on her right arm, and I later figured out that it was the same tattoo as Miley Cyrus's.
Who do you think that woman was?
Miley Cyrus.
Pass the witness.
Thank you, counsel. Would the defense like to cross?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin.
Miss Watson, were there any surveillance cameras in your store?
No, there were not.
Then how did you know it was Miley Cyrus?
Well, she had the same tattoo as Miley Cyrus's, and she had brightly colored short hair like Miley Cyrus's.
We'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. Would the prosecution like to redirect?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin.
Ms. Watson, how many people do you know have the same tattoos as Miley Cyrus?
Only Miley Cyrus.
Pass the witness.
Thank you, counsel. Would the defense like to recross?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Emma Watson, you may step down. Does the prosecution have any more witnesses to call?
No, Your Honor. The prosecution rests.
Thank you, counsel. Will the defense please call their first witness?
The defense calls Miley Cyrus to the stand.
Miley Cyrus, please take the stand. Miss Cyrus, can you please stand real fast? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. You may be seated.
May I begin my line of questioning, Your Honor?
You may.
Would you please state your name for the benefit of the court?
My name is Miley Cyrus.
And where were you on the accused night of your break-in at Emma Watson's store?
I was at a party.
And what do you remember from this party?
Nothing.
You pass the witness, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. Is the prosecution ready to cross?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin.
Ms. Cyrus, can you just repeat what you remember from the night of your party you were at?
I don't remember anything.
Is that because you broke into a store?
I don't know.
Do you know if you broke into a store?
Not really.
Pass the witness.
Thank you, counsel. Would the defense like to redirect?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin.
Just to restate, you don't remember anything from the night of that party, do you?
No.
So, could you have been at the party the entire time?
Oh, absolutely.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. Would the prosecution like to recross?
Briefly, Your Honor.
You may begin.
Ms. Cyrus, why was it that you could not remember what was going on that night?
Well, my friend said I had a few beers and I guess I passed out a little, but I could surely understand where I was at. Well, I don't know actually.
Pass the witness.
Thank you, counsel. Ms. Cyrus, you may step down. Does the defense have any more witnesses to call?
No, Your Honor, the defense rests their case.
Thank you. We will now hear closing statements on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, today we have the burden of proof. You saw Miley Cyrus is guilty of trespassing. Our witness Emma Stone told us she saw Cyrus breaking the law. We ask for your verdict of guilty.
Thank you, counsel. Would you like to save any remaining time for a rebuttal?
No, thank you, Your Honor. Sorry.
Defense, you may give your closing.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I begin?
You may.
Your Honor, today, the prosecution has the burden of proof, and they have failed to prove it. Your Honor, they have not shown, beyond a reasonable doubt, that Miley Cyrus did indeed break into Emma Watson's store and be guilty of breaking and entering. As the prosecution has not proven this fact, we urge a not guilty verdict, Your Honor. And thank you.
Thank you. All rise. The court will now be in recess while I deliberate.
All rise. 108th District Court is now in session. Honorable Judge Kennedy presiding.
Thank you. You may be seated. In case number 1.2345, the state of Texas versus Miley Cyrus, I find Ms. Cyrus not guilty of trespassing.